Ever get that feeling that like there's more to this whole mind-body connection
Oh,
thing
yeah.
than like traditional medicine is letting on? Like what if our thoughts and emotions could actually be like shaping our health?
Interesting.
Well, that's kind of what we're diving into today.
Sorry.
With Amit Goswami's book, The Quantum Doctor,
Okay.
he's blending this ancient wisdom with quantum physics
Yeah.
to suggest a totally new way of thinking about healing.
Cool.
So get ready.
All right.
It's going to get pretty mind-bending.
It definitely pushes the boundaries on how we usually think about health and wellness, for
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
The book starts off with a really bold idea.
Okay.
Consciousness, not matter,
Okay.
as like the foundation of reality.
Whoa.
Like our consciousness is actually like shaping the world around us.
Okay, so downward causation.
Yeah.
Consciousness creating reality.
Yes.
Break that down for me like I'm 5.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little lost.
Imagine a video game.
Okay.
The characters in the environment, they exist as code, right?
Yep.
But they only come to life when someone is playing.
Right.
Goswami's saying consciousness is kind of like the player,
Okay.
bringing those possibilities of the universe into like actual experience.
So it's not just that we like observe reality, but
Right.
we participate in creating it.
Yes.
Whoa, that's a huge shift from
So-
thinking of the world as like a bunch of solid objects just like bouncing around.
It is a big shift.
Yeah.
And it's actually backed up by quantum physics.
Oh, really?
You see,
Yeah.
in the quantum world, things exist as these waves of possibility until they're observed.
Okay.
It's that act of observation that collapses those possibilities into a specific event.
So like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it,
Right.
does it make a sound?
Yeah.
Or like
Maybe.
every sound at the same time?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
That's trippy.
The potential for the sound is there,
Right.
but the actual sound we hear is determined by that act of observation.
Okay, I think I'm starting to wrap my head around that. But how does all this quantum stuff relate to healing?
Okay.
Like, does this mean I can just think myself healthy?
Well, it's not quite that simple,
Okay.
but there's definitely something to this idea that our minds can influence our bodies.
Okay.
Goswami suggests
Yeah.
that in addition to our physical bodies,
Mm-hmm.
we also have these things called subtle bodies.
Subtle bodies.
Yeah, they're not like separate from the physical body,
Okay.
but rather kind of like interconnected layers
Interesting.
that influence our overall health.
So like an energy field.
You can think of it that way.
Okay.
He breaks them down into 3 levels:
Okay.
the vital, the mental, and the supramental bodies.
Whoa. Okay.
Each one has a specific role
All right.
and influences the others.
Okay. Let's unpack these subtle bodies.
All right.
What's the vital body all about?
The vital body is like the blueprint of our physical body.
Okay.
It governs things like growth and regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
It's also where our emotions and feelings kind of reside.
So it's like,
You could say it's the bridge between
Yeah.
the physical and the mental.
so if I'm constantly stressed out,
Yeah.
is that messing with my vital body
It could be.
and like leading to physical problems?
And exactly what Goswami is suggesting.
Oh, wow.
Stress, negative emotions, unresolved trauma.
Yeah.
All of these can create these imbalances in the vital bile,
All right.
which then manifest as physical symptoms.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what about the mental body? Is that where my never-ending to-do list lives?
You could say that the
Yeah.
mental body is the realm of thoughts, beliefs,
Hmm.
and how we process meaning.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah.
not just an abstract thing.
Okay.
Our thoughts actually have a real impact on our physical health.
I've definitely noticed that like when I'm stuck in a negative thought loop,
Right.
I tend to feel physically worse too.
Yeah, it's not just you.
Okay.
Goswami even talks about something called mentalization,
Mentalization.
where the mind attaches negative meaning to neutral feelings and sensations. So you might have a physical sensation that's totally harmless,
Yeah.
but your mind is interpreting it as something bad,
Oh, gosh.
and that can actually contribute to disease.
So my mind is like creating a problem where none existed before.
It's possible.
That's kind of a scary thought.
It is, but it's also empowering
Right.
because it means we have more control over our health than we realize.
Okay. I like that spin.
Yeah.
So we've got the vital body,
Yeah.
the emotional blueprint, and the mental body,
Right.
the land of thoughts and beliefs.
Yes.
What about the supramental body?
Okay.
Is that like superpower level?
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
The supramental body is the highest level of consciousness in Goswami's model.
Yeah.
It's the realm of pure potential, holding like the archetypes and universal laws that govern everything.
Wow.
He describes it as this deeper level of wisdom and intelligence that we can potentially tap into.
That's pretty mind-blowing. It
Yeah.
sounds almost spiritual.
It does, and that's what's so fascinating about this book.
Yeah.
Goswami bridges science and spirituality in this way that's really compelling.
So if disease can come from these imbalances in the subtle bodies,
Yeah.
does that mean like alternative medicine systems, like Ayurveda,
Yeah.
traditional Chinese medicine,
Mhm.
homeopathy?
Right.
Are they actually addressing those imbalances?
That's exactly what Goswami is proposing.
Oh, wow.
He sees these ancient systems as working with the vital and mental bodies,
Mm.
even if they didn't have the scientific framework to explain it in those terms.
I've always been curious about these systems,
Right.
but sometimes they seem a little too out there.
Yeah,
But if we're talking about energy fields and subtle bodies, maybe
Mhm.
they're not so out there after all.
exactly.
Okay, so let's start with Ayurveda.
Okay.
The traditional Indian system of medicine.
Right.
Ayurveda focuses on balancing the three doshas,
Yes.
Vata, Pitta, and Kapha.
Huh.
I've heard of doshas. They're like different energy types.
Exactly.
Right.
Each dosha has specific qualities.
Okay.
Vata is associated with movement and air. Pitta with fire and transformation.
Interesting.
And Kapha with stability and earth.
Okay.
When they're in balance,
Yeah.
we experience health.
Okay.
But when they're out of whack,
Yeah.
that's when we see all sorts of physical and mental issues.
So you're saying that like understanding my dosha
Yeah,
could help me make lifestyle choices to support my health?
absolutely.
That's fascinating.
It is.
How would I even figure out what my dosha is?
There are quizzes and questionnaires online,
Oh, okay.
but the best way is to consult with a qualified Ayurvedic practitioner.
Okay.
They can help determine your unique constitution
All right.
and recommend personalized diet and lifestyle changes to bring your doshas back into balance.
I'm definitely going to look into that.
Yeah, that's cool stuff.
What about traditional Chinese medicine?
Okay.
I've had acupuncture before.
Yeah.
It definitely seemed to have an effect.
Yeah. But I never really understood how it worked.
So traditional Chinese medicine focuses on this flow of qi,
Okay.
or vital energy,
Okay.
through these pathways called meridians in the body.
Okay.
When this flow is blocked or imbalanced, it can lead to disease.
So acupuncture needles are basically helping to like clear those blockages and get the energy flowing again.
Exactly. And it's
Wow.
not just acupuncture.
Oh,
Traditional Chinese medicine also uses herbal remedies,
right.
dietary therapy,
Yeah.
mind-body practices like Tai Chi and Qigong
Yeah.
to restore balance and harmony in the body.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Good.
And what about homeopathy? That one always seemed a bit mysterious to me.
Homeopathy operates on the principle of like cures.
Okay.
Like the idea that a substance that can cause symptoms in a healthy person
Right.
can also cure those same symptoms in a sick person
Okay.
when given in a very diluted form,
So it's like triggering the body's own healing mechanisms.
with a tiny energetic nudge.
Yeah, kind of like a vaccination,
Mm,
but with these super diluted substances.
that's pretty wild.
It is interesting.
I'd love to hear more about how Goswami thinks these systems connect to the idea of subtle bodies.
We can definitely delve deeper into that.
Okay.
He even talks about how his own childhood experience of healing warts with homeopathy led him to question the limitations of conventional medicine.
That's a great lead into the next part of our deep dive.
Right.
I'm really curious to explore these connections further.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so we've established that these ancient healing systems like might actually be tapping into these subtle bodies,
Right.
even if they don't like call it that.
Yeah.
But what does that actually mean for like our health? Can we really use our minds to heal our bodies?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is a big question.
Goswami talks about this idea of like mind-body medicine,
Okay.
where we can use techniques like
Yeah.
hypnosis, biofeedback, meditation,
Hmm.
and visualization to address the mental and emotional roots of disease.
Okay, some of those sound a little out there,
Yeah.
but others, like meditation, are becoming more mainstream
Yeah.
these days.
For sure.
What's the basic idea behind these mind-body techniques?
The underlying principle is that by changing our thoughts, beliefs, and emotional states, we can actually influence our physical health.
So it's not just about masking symptoms,
Right.
but actually like addressing the underlying causes.
Exactly.
That's a pretty radical shift.
It is.
from how we typically think about medicine.
It is a big shift.
Okay, so let's look at hypnosis, for example.
Right.
It involves shifting the focus of consciousness to access these altered states of awareness,
Yeah.
where we can kind of bypass the limitations of the conscious mind
Yeah.
and tap into the subconscious.
Right.
So you're saying we can kind of like reprogram our subconscious mind to promote healing.
In a way, yeah.
That sounds really powerful, but
Yeah.
also maybe a little scary.
I can see that.
Like, what if I accidentally reprogram myself to crave pizza all the time?
Well, a qualified hypnotherapist can help guide you
Okay.
to focus on the specific changes you want to make.
Right.
It's not about mind control,
Okay.
but rather accessing the deeper resources within your own mind
Okay.
to promote that positive change.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Good.
What about biofeedback?
Okay.
What's that all about?
Biofeedback is a technique
Yeah.
where you learn to consciously control physiological processes,
Okay.
like your heart rate,
Hmm.
muscle tension,
Okay.
skin temperature.
Interesting.
You're basically using your mind to influence your body's responses.
So I could learn to like lower my blood pressure just by thinking about it?
Well, it's not always that easy,
Right.
but with practice,
Yeah.
you can train your mind to influence your body in ways you might not have thought possible.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's often used to manage stress,
Okay.
reduce anxiety, and
Yeah.
improve sleep.
I can definitely see how that would be helpful.
Mm.
Now, meditation.
Okay.
That's what I've actually tried before,
Yep.
but I'm not sure I'm doing it right.
Okay.
What's the point of like sitting around trying to think about nothing?
The point of meditation isn't necessarily to empty the mind,
Okay.
but rather to become more aware of your thoughts and emotions without judgment.
Okay.
It's about cultivating a sense of stillness and presence that allows you to detach from that constant chatter of the mind
Right.
and tap into this deeper sense of peace and well-being.
I can see how that could be helpful for like managing stress,
Right.
but can it actually impact like my physical health?
There's actually a growing body of research showing that meditation can have a positive impact
Oh, wow.
on a wide range of health conditions,
Okay.
from reducing blood pressure,
Hmm.
improving heart health,
Oh,
boosting the immune system,
wow.
reducing inflammation.
So it's not just some like
Yeah.
woo new age thing.
Yeah.
There's actual science backing it up.
Yeah. There's a lot of research out there.
Cool. Okay. And then there's visualization,
Right.
which
Yeah.
that one might be the most out there technique for some people.
Yeah, I can see that.
It makes me think of like cheesy motivational posters
Okay.
with mountains and sunsets.
I
How
see.
can like simply imagining something make a difference in my health?
Visualization is about harnessing the power of the imagination
Okay.
to create this clear image of what you want to manifest in your life,
Mm.
whether it's healing from an illness,
Great.
achieving a goal,
Yeah.
or simply experiencing more joy and well-being.
So I just need to like picture myself healthy and happy,
Right.
and poof, it happens.
Well, it's not magic,
Okay.
but it's based on this idea that our minds are incredibly powerful.
Mm.
And by focusing our attention and intention on a desired outcome,
Yeah.
we can actually influence the energy in our bodies
Right.
and create positive change.
I guess it's kind of like athletes visualizing themselves winning a race.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're using their minds to prepare their bodies for success.
Right. And Goswami actually shares this inspiring example
Yep.
of Norman Cousins, who literally laughed his way back to health.
It's a great story
Yeah.
from a serious illness.
He intuitively understood like the power of positive emotions and like intentionally used laughter
Yeah.
to shift his internal state and promote healing. So next time I get a cold, I should just try laughing it off like Norman Cousins.
That couldn't hurt. Yeah.
It's a good reminder that positive emotions can have a profound impact on our health.
I'm definitely feeling inspired to explore some of these techniques.
Yeah,
But Goswami goes even deeper,
he does.
suggesting that like true healing can go beyond the mind and body,
Right?
reaching into that realm of supramental intelligence we
Yes.
talked about earlier.
Exactly.
He describes it as like the highest level of healing,
Yeah,
involving a quantum leap in consciousness
right.
that can lead to profound transformation.
Hmm.
So it's not just about like fixing the physical body.
Right. But about like awakening to a higher level of awareness.
Exactly.
He tells the story of Swami Vishnuprakashananda,
Yes.
who experienced spontaneous healing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
From a severe gastrointestinal illness
Wow.
through a supramental experience.
Okay, now that's what I call mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But can we, like, intentionally access this supramental level of healing?
That's a good question.
Or are we just, like, waiting around for some kind of divine intervention?
Goswami believes that practices like meditation and tantra can help awaken this higher intelligence, promoting deep healing and well-being that goes beyond simply fixing the physical body.
So it's not about becoming, like, some kind of superhuman,
No.
but rather, like, tapping into this innate healing power that already exists within us.
Exactly.
And it's not just about individual healing.
Right.
Goswami believes that by raising our own consciousness,
Yeah.
we contribute to a collective shift towards a more harmonious and peaceful world.
It's a beautiful idea.
It is a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I'm still a little skeptical about all this.
I understand.
It all sounds very theoretical.
Right.
I'm wondering how these concepts play out in, like, specific conditions.
That's a great point.
Like, it's one thing to talk about
Yeah.
subtle bodies and quantum healing,
Right.
but it's another to see how it applies to, like, real-life health challenges.
Absolutely.
Goswami actually dedicates a significant portion of the Quantum Doctor
He does.
to exploring specific health conditions and how a consciousness-based approach can inform our understanding and treatment of them.
It gets really practical.
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
That's good.
Let's dive into some specifics.
One condition he delves into quite deeply is cancer.
Okay.
As you know, it's a complex and often devastating disease
It is.
that affects millions of people.
Right.
Goswami suggests that cancer, like all diseases,
Yeah.
has a multi-layered origin
Okay.
involving imbalances in both the physical and subtle bodies.
So it's not just a matter of, like, rogue cells multiplying out of control.
Right.
There's more to the story.
Much more.
Okay.
He highlights the crucial role of the immune system in preventing cancer.
Okay.
He explains that our bodies are constantly producing potentially malignant cells,
Oh, wow.
but a healthy immune system
Yeah.
is able to recognize and eliminate these cells
Okay.
before they can become a problem.
So it's like our immune system is our internal defense force.
Exactly.
Keeping those rogue cells in check.
Exactly.
But what happens when this defense force becomes compromised?
Good question.
Yeah.
Goswami argues that chronic stress,
Right.
negative emotion,
Yeah.
and a weakened vital body
Okay.
can all contribute to a suppressed immune system,
Right.
leaving us more vulnerable to cancer.
It's like our internal defenses are lower,
Yeah.
giving those malignant cells the opportunity to take hold and multiply.
Exactly.
And this is where a consciousness-based approach can be so valuable.
Right.
Goswami suggests that practices like meditation, visualization, and energy work
Yeah.
can help strengthen the vital body and boost the immune system,
Right.
making our bodies more resilient. So it's not about replacing conventional cancer treatments, but
Right.
rather about complementing them with practices
Yes.
that support the body's natural healing mechanisms.
Exactly.
Goswami also emphasizes the importance of addressing the emotional and psychological factors that may be contributing to a weakened immune system.
For sure.
He points to studies showing a link between chronic stress and cancer,
Right?
and how things like therapy and support groups can play a role in healing. So it's about taking a holistic approach,
Yeah.
looking at the whole person,
Yeah.
body, mind, and spirit,
Right.
and addressing imbalances on all levels.
Exactly.
He also points to the power of positive emotions like love, joy, and gratitude in promoting healing.
Yes.
He cites numerous cases of spontaneous remission from cancer, where patients experience this profound shift in their emotional state,
Yeah.
often accompanied by a renewed sense of purpose and connection. It's like their inner world transformed.
Right.
And that transformation, like, rippled outward,
Yeah.
impacting their physical health.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
It is powerful.
It's a powerful testament to, like, the interconnectedness of our being and the potential for healing that exists within each of us.
Yes.
It sounds like we're starting to move from, like, the theoretical to the practical.
Yeah.
Does Goswami discuss any other specific conditions?
He does.
Oh, good.
Another common ailment he explores is chronic pain.
Oh, that's something I think a lot of people can relate to.
For sure.
I've definitely had my share of aches and pains over the years.
I think we all have.
What's his take on chronic pain?
He points out that pain, while often originating in the physical body,
Yeah.
is ultimately experienced and interpreted through the lens of consciousness.
So two people with the same physical injury might experience pain very differently,
Exactly.
depending on their mental and emotional states?
Exactly. Think about it.
Yeah.
If you're stressed or anxious,
Right.
you're more likely to focus on the pain
Yeah.
and feel it more intensely.
Yeah.
But if you're relaxed and distracted,
Yeah.
you might hardly notice it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I know when I'm feeling stressed, even little aches and pains seem magnified.
Exactly.
Daswami suggests that fear, anxiety, and negative beliefs about pain can actually amplify and prolong the experience of suffering.
It's like they become this feedback loop,
Yeah,
intensifying the pain signals.
exactly. And he also points to the role of suppressed emotions
Right.
and unresolved trauma in chronic pain.
Yeah, sometimes our bodies might be holding on to emotional pain.
Right.
That manifests as physical pain.
So it's not just about treating the physical symptoms,
Right.
but also addressing the emotional and psychological factors that might be contributing to the pain.
Exactly. And this is where techniques like mindfulness,
Wow.
meditation, and energy work can be so valuable.
Right.
They can help us become more aware of our thought patterns and emotional responses,
Yeah.
releasing those patterns that are contributing to pain and suffering.
It's about learning to listen to our bodies
Yes.
and understand what our pain is trying to tell us.
Exactly.
It sounds like Goswami's approach to healing is incredibly holistic.
It is.
It's not just about fixing the physical body,
Right.
but about addressing the whole person.
The whole person.
Yeah.
Mind, body, and spirit.
It's a lot to take in,
It is a lot.
but it's also incredibly empowering.
It is empowering.
It suggests that we have more control over our health and well-being than we might realize.
Absolutely.
I'm really curious to hear what practical steps he recommends for cultivating this positive health he talks about.
Right.
Is there more to come on that?
Absolutely. He doesn't just leave us hanging with all these theoretical concepts. He actually provides a roadmap for creating a more balanced and vibrant life.
Well, I'm definitely ready to explore that roadmap.
All right.
Let's dive in.
Huh.
Okay, so let's talk practical steps.
Okay.
After all that mind-bending quantum talk,
Yeah.
I'm ready for some real-world advice.
Right.
How do we actually cultivate this
Yeah.
positive health that Goswami keeps mentioning?
Well, he outlines a pretty clear path,
Okay,
and it might be simpler than you think.
good.
He emphasizes that positive health is about more than just the absence of disease.
Okay.
It's about this vibrant well-being that encompasses every level. Your physical body,
Yeah,
your energy, your mind,
right.
even that higher consciousness we've been talking about.
That sounds great in theory,
Yeah.
but how do we actually make it happen?
Right.
Where do we even begin?
He breaks it down into 3 key areas.
Okay.
Vital body hygiene,
Vital body hygiene.
mental body hygiene,
Okay.
and connecting to the supramental.
Vital body hygiene. Is that like showering for your energy field?
It's not that literal,
Okay.
but the analogy kind of works.
Okay.
Think about practices that promote the free flow of vital energy.
Okay.
Goswami uses the term prana,
Right.
but you might know it as chi,
Yeah.
or simply like life force energy.
So things like yoga, tai chi, qigong,
Exactly.
those would all fall under vital body hygiene.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anything that gets that energy moving.
Okay.
Spending time in nature is huge too.
Yeah.
It's like plugging into a universal recharger.
I can definitely see how being in nature would be good for the soul
Right.
or the vital body, I guess.
Yeah.
It's funny how these ancient practices are becoming more and more popular
Yeah.
as we learn more about energy
Right.
and the mind-body connection.
It's like we're rediscovering ancient wisdom
Yeah,
through the lens of modern science.
I like that.
Well, let's move on to mental body hygiene.
Okay.
Any guesses on what that might involve?
I'm going to guess it's about clearing out the mental clutter.
You nailed it.
Okay.
All those negative thoughts and limiting beliefs we tend to accumulate.
It's like spring cleaning for your mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Goswami recommends practices like meditation and mindfulness
Okay.
to help you become more aware of your thought patterns
Mm-hmm.
and consciously choose more positive ones.
So it's not about trying to stop thinking altogether,
Right.
but rather about becoming more aware of our thoughts
Yeah,
and choosing the ones that serve us.
exactly. And it's not about denying negative emotions,
Okay.
but learning to observe them without judgment
Right.
and let them pass through.
Okay. I can see how that would be helpful for managing stress
Yeah.
and cultivating a more positive outlook.
Yeah.
But what about that third area?
Okay.
Connecting to the supermental.
Right.
That still feels a little out there.
Yeah.
How do we connect with something that seems so beyond our everyday experience?
It might seem abstract,
Yeah.
but think of it like tuning into a radio station.
Okay.
You have to adjust the dial
Yeah.
to pick up the frequency you're looking for.
Right.
Practices like meditation, prayer, contemplation,
Yeah.
they're all about adjusting your internal dial
Right.
to connect with that higher frequency of the supramental.
So it's about quieting the mind
Yeah.
and opening ourselves up to like
Yes.
a deeper level of awareness,
Exactly.
a higher wisdom.
And it's not just about sitting on meditation cushion.
Right.
It's about embodying those qualities of love, compassion,
Yeah.
gratitude in your daily life.
Okay.
Those are all expressions of that supramental intelligence.
So being kind to others,
Yeah.
expressing gratitude,
Right.
appreciating beauty,
Ah,
those are all ways of connecting to the supramental.
they are.
That actually makes it feel a lot more accessible.
It is accessible.
And the more you cultivate that connection,
Yeah,
the more you align yourself with like a higher frequency of energy.
exactly.
And that can have this ripple effect on your entire being.
Right.
Your health, your relationships, your creativity, your overall sense of purpose.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
This is all incredibly inspiring.
Yeah,
But I have to be honest, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
I understand.
Where do I even start?
Start small.
Okay.
Choose one practice that resonates with you.
Yeah.
Whether it's spending 10 minutes in nature each day,
Okay.
trying a guided meditation app,
Right.
or simply making a conscious effort to cultivate gratitude.
Yeah.
The key is consistency.
So it's about making small, sustainable changes
Yeah,
rather than trying to overhaul my entire life overnight.
exactly. And remember, this is a journey,
Yep.
not a destination.
Right.
There's no right or wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
Just keep exploring,
Okay.
keep experimenting,
Yeah.
and keep following your intuition.
This deep dive into the Quantum Doctor has been quite the ride.
It has.
We've explored some pretty mind-blowing concepts
Yeah,
and challenged the way we think about health and healing.
for sure. It's definitely been an expansive conversation. We've moved from quantum physics to ancient wisdom,
Right.
from subtle bodies to practical techniques for cultivating well-being.
And the biggest takeaway for me is that we're not just victims of
Oh.
our genes or our circumstances.
Yeah.
We have the power to influence our health and well-being
Absolutely.
by tapping into the power of our minds
Yes.
and connecting to a deeper level of consciousness.
It's a message of empowerment and possibility.
It is.
We're not just machines that need to be fixed,
Yeah.
but rather powerful creators with the ability to shape our own reality.
If you're feeling inspired to explore these ideas further,
Yeah,
we highly recommend checking out Amit Goswami's book, The Quantum Doctor.
it's a good one.
It's a thought-provoking and insightful read that can change the way you view yourself and the world around you.
Absolutely.
Well, until next time,
Right.
keep exploring, keep questioning,
Yes.
and keep embracing the wonder of this incredible journey we call life.
I like that.
See you in the quantum realm.
Hmm.